Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to Online Tayari. This is our session on daily current affairs. So without wasting much of our time, let us begin our class today. The first question we have, with regards to the Indra Naval Drills 2020, consider the following statements. So you have three statements here. The first statement is, it is a bilateral naval exercise. So students, concentrate on the words which I'm underlining because those are the extremity words that you will have to concentrate on. So based on this, you will be able to eliminate the options. Okay. So it's a bilateral naval exercise between India and Russia. Okay. The second statement, it is conducted in the Andaman Sea, which is close to the strategic Strait of Malacca. Okay. The third statement, the last Indra-Tri services exercise was held in India in December 2019. So, which of the following statements is right? So, you have four options. So, out of this, I'll tell you the right option is option D. All are correct. Okay. So the intra-naval drill exercise, it was on 2020. It is a bilateral naval exercise between India and Russia, which will take place in the Andaman Sea, which is close to the strategic state of Malacca on September 4th and 5th, that is today and tomorrow. So what is the significance of this? It will be designed to increase confidence and interoperability, testifying and also standardizing common operating protocols towards greater operational coordination against the strategic or advanced maritime threats. So I'll just give you a background of what is this exercise. So in 2003, the first bilateral naval exercise took place between India and Russia. The exercise is arranged with enhancing cooperation and interoperability between Russian and Indian navies. Clear? Moving to the second one. What is the theme of the third US-India Strategic Partnership Forum Summit? It is option B, US-India Navigating New Challenges. Okay. So the US-India Strategic Partnership Forum Summit, it is an annual leadership summit, and the theme of the third US-India Strategic Partnership Forum is US-India Navigating New Challenges. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has delivered a special address at the third USISPF, that is written here, that's US-India Strategic Partnership Forum on September 4th, 2020. So I'll just give you a little significance of what is this third summit about. So what it does is it covers various subjects such as India's potential in becoming a global manufacturing hub, a common opportunities and also challenges in the tech space, ease of doing business to attract the foreign direct investment in India, and also the opportunities in India's gas market. It also includes the Indo-Pacific economic issues, innovation in public health, and others. Okay. So I'll tell you what is USISPF and what is the purpose of this. So I'll tell you the first thing is it is a non-profit organization and is established in the year 2017. It works for the partnership between India and the US. It aims also for the enabling business and government to partner and create meaningful opportunities that can positively change the lives of citizens. Clear, students? Moving to the third one. So recently, which country has been declared to have the world's largest navy? It is option B, China. So China is the home to the world's largest navy now. Okay. This was disclosed by Pentagon in detailed report to the US Congress, and China's naval fleet consists of 350 warships and submarines, which involves 130 major surface combatants, which is greater than that of the US Navy force level of 293 warships. So what is the significance of this? As per this Pentagon's report, what happens is China wants to set up a new PLA basis in the Indo-Pacific region of at least 12 nations, which includes Pakistan, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. So what are we even studying about this? So what if you're studying about this question, you also have to see what is the link towards it has towards India. So what the Pentagon report is, it is giving an alert for India as China is looking to expand its footprint in the Indian Ocean region. That is what is an alert for the India, and this is what it has impact on India. Okay, clear. Moving to the fourth one. 5 UNSC members have blocked which country's attempt to list two Indians as global terrorists? I think you all know the option. It is option A, Pakistan. So the 5 United Nations Security Council members, that is US, UK, France, Germany, and Belgium, they've blocked Pakistan move to designate two Indian nationals as global terrorists under the UN Security Council 1267 Sanctions Committee after Islamabad failed to produce evidence to back up its allegations. I'll just give you a little brief about UNSC because once we're studying about questions like these, students, we will also have to study about the background or any static topic. So in this way, you will be able to complete or cover the static portion as well as the current affairs, right? So I'll just give you a little about the static part now. So this UNSC, it is one of the 6 principal organs of the United Nations. It demands to ensure international peace and security, to purpose the admission of new UN members to the General Assembly, and also to give consent for any changes to the UN Charter. It was formed in the year 1945. Okay, so I think it has a total of 15 members with 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members. Okay, India was elected as a non-permanent member of the UNSC for a 2-year term in June 2020. Clear? Moving to the next one. Which country will host the SEO Council Summit of Heads of Government on 30th November 2020? It is option C, India. So India is all set to host the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit of Heads of Government on 30th November 2020. So what is the significance of this? So the summit, it provides an opportunity for India to contribute in an important way on the economic and trade agenda of SEO. India has been concentrating on expanding its cooperation with SEO. Okay. So as I told you, I'll just give a brief about SEO as well because we'll try to cover a bit static as well, right? So it is SEO is a 8-nation regional grouping that represents around 42% of the world's population and 20% of the global GDP, that is gross domestic product. It was founded in the year 2001 and it is headquartered in Beijing, China. So India was an observer at SEO since 2005 and it became a full-time member in 2017. Clear? Moving to the 6th one. Who is appointed as the new MD and CEO of South Indian Bank? It is option D, Murali Ramakrishnan. So the appointment of Murali Ramakrishnan as Managing Director and CEO of South Indian Bank for 3 years with effect from 1st October 2020. It has been approved by the Reserve Bank of India. He would be the first MD and CEO of South Indian Bank coming on board from a private sector lender. Clear? Moving to the 7th one. Which of the following countries hosted the G20 Foreign Ministers Extraordinary Meeting 2020? It is option D, Saudi Arabia. Okay, so Saudi Arabia was the host country under the chairmanship of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud. So what happened is he proposed, and then from India it was Subramaniam Jaishankar, Minister of External Affairs. He presented India at the meeting. And there it was proposed that the development of voluntary G20 principles on coordinated cross-border movement of people with 3 elements. Okay. So what is the focus of the whole meeting? The discussion, it focused on strengthening international cooperation across borders due to the COVID-19 crisis. So what is G20, students? Concentrate. So it is an international forum for the governments and central bank governors from 19 countries and the European Union, and it was founded in 1999. So it does not have a permanent secretariat or headquarters, okay, and the purpose is to bring together important industrialized and developing countries to discuss pivotal issues in the global economy. Clear? Moving to the next one. Recently, RBI has seized the banking operations of which banking company? It is option C, Aditya Birla Idea Payments Bank. So, under the Banking Regulation Act 1949, Aditya Birla Idea Payments Bank has ceased to be a banking company by the Reserve Bank. So, what is the reason? Like, why has this happened? It is a voluntary wind up by the company, and the decision was taken due to the unexpected developments in the business landscape, which made economic model unsustainable. Okay. So, few lines about Aditya Birla Idea Payments Bank is it started business in February 2018, and it is a sort of prepaid payments instrument businesses that was founded in April 2017. So the bank had also received banking license from the RBI for carrying on the business of payment bank, and also had received an authorization to carry any banking, as I told you, in 2017 April. Okay, clear. Moving to the ninth one. Who is appointed as the first ever chairman and CEO of the Railway Board? It is option A, Vinod Kumar Yadav. So it is for the first time in the in the railways history that Vinod Kumar Yadav has been appointed as the first ever chairman and chief executive officer of the Railway Board by the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. So he is a 1980 batch IRSEE officer, and he is currently the chairman of the Railway Board. His new position will be the cadre controlling officer responsible for human resource. Clear? Moving to the 10th one. Which Indian institute has been placed in the 301 to 350 category in Times Higher Education, the World University Rankings 2021? It is option B, IISc, that is Indian Institute of Science. So from India, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru has been placed in the 301 to 350 category in the Times Higher Education World Rankings 2021. India records its highest ever number of universities to qualify for the WUR, that is nothing but World University Ranking. As a total of 63 universities from India qualify for the ranking, that is like University of Oxford, United Kingdom has secured the first rank. Okay, clear? So students, these are the 10 questions for today. So I hope you all are clear with all the questions that I have discussed until now. Tomorrow I'll be coming up with another set of MCQs for you. So until then, stay tuned to Online Tayari. Thank you.